Good evening, everyone. It's Maureen from Massachusetts. I'm out here in my back room. Again, you'll find me out here a lot because this is my work room and I do a lot out here. And tonight is no exception. And I'm all excited because I have a lot going on. As you know, in my other videos, I talk about how I have a little site on Etsy for jewelry. I break dishes and solder and make jewelry. And so with that, I have some orders to do. So I've been busy making up those pieces for those orders to fill those orders. But I also have a lot going on in regard to my own personal interests. And like I also stated earlier, that I'm taking an online gardening course being offered from some YouTubers. And so I'm looking forward to that. That's mid-February that starts. And I have a few raised beds. I don't have a lot, but I do like to think about growing and healthy foods, and I get the big kick out of just knowing I grew it. I started that from seed. It kind of gives me a lot of pleasure, and not to mention tasty food. So, but I haven't, over the years, I'm not a real green thumb. I give it a whirl, and some things work, some don't, and but I haven't yet, and I'm gonna be 68 tomorrow. It's my birthday, and I have yet to say I had a great, wonderful year with all my plants. It doesn't work that way, and I'm still wanting that nice year where I can take that deep breath and go, I actually grew, 3 or 4 really healthy plants and had a nice little crop going. So that's my goal. That's my goal. And I like all things: cucumbers, zucchini squash, summer squash, tomatoes. I like the herbs, the basils and cilantro, and, whatever I can conjure up of. I love eggplants. But again, all these years, I really haven't gotten much of any of those things. One year I did do gourds, and I had a good year with those, but I haven't had any since. I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong, but always willing to just keep learning. So that's where I'm at. So anyway, with all of that, along with the garden course I'm taking, I've been, on YouTube just looking at all these different videos of learning things, and the winter sowing got my interest just very recent, and I joined a group, and so needless to say, I'm saving my milk jugs and juice cartons and bottles, and they have to be clear plastic. And I just tonight, prior to getting on here, I poked some holes into them and cut them to where they need to be cut, and that. All going along by what other YouTubers are showing in their videos. So I'm giving that a whirl, and I did put a little post in my area, friends and neighbors, if anyone has, a moment, wants to take a moment and rinse out some bottles and, throw them in a big rubbish bag and bring them over, leave them near my barn, I'll be happy. And in turn, if my crops do well, I'll give them a couple of tomatoes or cukes or something in return, So that's where I'm at. So I've been doing all of that. I have been painting on some signs. I really like doing that because I don't know if I mentioned, but we are, over the years, very antique enthusiasts. And I can say that my husband has been a strong collector all these years, so he's very knowledgeable in antiques. And so we also do have a large barn. So a few years back we decided we'd have like flea market or tag sale kind of stuff out there, and open it up on the weekends and let people come in and poke. So we set it up like a little small store, I guess you could say, with shelves and a little walk-through way. And we have a pellet stove out there to keep warm. And we've met some very nice people and good friends over the years in doing that. Not really made a big bang of money, you don't, but it's more the enjoyment of it that we enjoy. So, but with COVID, we didn't do it this past summer, and I really missed that. I know he did too. And so things are piling up out there with just, shoving things in there. So it needs some cleaning out and that, but that won't take me or us too long. But I'm working on these signs and things. I do a little thrifting too. One of these days I'm going to take my camera and just go thrifting with you, because when I feel a little more comfortable and I've been vaccinated, which hasn't happened yet, but I anticipate that that's coming down the pike within the next few weeks. We'll hear something from our doctor's office. So with that, I'm hoping to get going. And so another one of my busy goals is to get the barn going. So that's why I'm working on signs and project for little things that might sell, and I'm gonna go more with that farmhouse decor on my shelf. So I want eye-catching things that will bring the people into when they're decorating up their home with simple things. And I love the trash to treasure. I love to hunt. I love to repurpose things like I stated. So my husband, and he's such a good helper, and so he's been doing a little spray painting in our cellar of some of the stuff I bring home. So we'll be showing you some things of that. I'll take you in the barn in a month or two when we get it ready for the spring, So needless to say, we do know how to keep busy. And I ordered seeds, and I have some soil coming any day now. And I will be, tonight I did about, I don't know, 8 or 10 jugs that I had here and prepped them, but that's no way near what I want. I want to do about, I don't know, 30 to 50 plants, let's say. Flowers too. I want to try some flowers, but mostly vegetables. That's my goal. So, we'll see. I'm eager. I mean, this lady that did live in Ohio and now she's in California, I understand, but she looked like it was just so easy peasy, and easy does it for me. So I'm willing to give it a try, I'll try anything. I've done the rolling up the newspaper and made cups, but I found that those molded on me. I have done the toilet paper things and put the seeds in the soil, and again, those get a little soggy and moldy. I know that they're all biodegradable, but a lot of my plants didn't make it in those. Then last year, under grow lights, I have my grow light, and I'll be doing some of that too. This is just to get a really good jump start so that my plants are already nice and strong and healthy and hardened before I put them in my garden. And whereas I normally will do the seeds in the little container soil here under grow lights, keeping them warm. It gets a little cool out here. Put like towels and stuff over them at night. Come back out, turn the grow lights on during the day, and do that for a couple months till they establish, and then repot maybe once or twice here. Then they go to the porch. I have a little mini plasticky greenhouse thing out there that was a gift from my daughter, but that's 5 or 6 years old. It's got a rip in the side, and I put a big blanket over that, but that's my hardening off process. So if this winter sowing can give me a better start, I'm all for it. So it'll be eager. I'm very eager to see what comes of it. So I did go on. I have many seeds, but I did go on and order a few more of those too. I just, those are the things that bring me joy. So why not, right? Yeah. So anyway, I do want to work a little bit here with you. I have my tea. I have a little cup in my jadeite mugs. I have several of these. One of my little collections, I have a lot of jadeite. I love these. You'd see these in restaurants. As a kid, I would see these being served coffee or cocoa tea. Yeah. Oh, that's good. It's elderberry. Very good. So, we got snow here. It's snowing. We just got plowed out. We got a couple inches. I believe it's been snowing all day, pretty much. And I don't know if it's supposed to go on into the night. It might. But I'm kind of glad to see it. It is winter in New England, so and being retired, maybe is selfishly, but at least, I don't have to go out driving in it anymore. My car, is in the barn where it doesn't get snowed on. And I do remember having to trudge and get out there, wipe your car off, and, start everything up, get going, drive over hills, holding your breath all the way. I did that for 20 plus years, so I do know what that's all about. So I probably should bite my tongue when I say I welcome the snow, but I do appreciate its beauty. It's pretty, and it'd be fun to take the camera and get out there and take a few pics and get out in nature. So I'll see what I can do. I do have to clean up the bottle area, she shed of all my Christmas stuff, and I've been leaving it out just a tad longer because it was a lot of work to get it out there. But I'll be changing it up for Valentine's, and then St. Patrick's, and then Easter, and all the holidays. I'll do a little something out there. So I have some ideas for Easter. So I am missing having a cat. We had to give this last cat that we had back to the shelter because one night he never did quite settle in with us. We had him for about 8 months, and I named him Bossy Pants, and he was bossy, and he was an older senior male cat, and he would swipe at you every now and then, and he swiped a good one at my husband and scared him, actually, at early morning. It was early morning one morning, and he was on our bed, and my husband just moved the blankets, and oh my goodness, he made him bleed and everything, and we can't have that. I'm type 2 diabetes, and he has high blood pressure, and thin skin, and no, we can't have that. So we talked it up with the Humane Society where we got him, and we brought him back, and it was sad in a way. I tried real hard to establish a relationship with him, but I just couldn't trust him. I didn't feel safe with, and neither did my husband, and that's not a good feeling. So, but I'm ready for a new cat, but our other cat that we had for 10, 11 years was such a love, and we got him at the same Humane Society, and he was a tiger male cat, and we named him Groovy, and he was a lovely cat and just adored us as much as we adored him. You could tell, and we let him go out, so he would go outside and do his thing out there, and he was a happy boy. He'd come in every night spot on at 9 p.m. and easy to feed, easy to clean. He was no fuss at all. Never swiped at us, never pissed at us, nothing. He was a good cat, and I miss him dearly. And he just got old on us because, like I said, he was a senior when we got him. So, between that and then I got this other cat who looked similar to this cat, but he had more white in him too, and bigger. And I think I was trying to find that replacement, but it just didn't work. So now we're thinking maybe when we do go this spring, we're thinking maybe in a couple months, get a small kitten maybe. I don't know, but we'll try. But we do have a farmhouse here, and there's little field mice that do try to get in the cellar, and we have to put the decon down there or whatever. So I welcome a mouse, a cat, I mean, not a mouse. So, yeah, I'm missing a cat. I'd love a dog. I would absolutely love a dog and a big dog. I would like a golden retriever. But we do live close to a kind of a busy road, and my husband doesn't believe in having to tie them up, and we're both getting older too, and um, I can't go too far. I have arthritis in my hips. The exercise would be great, but it wouldn't be fair to the dog if I couldn't go too far with it. So I'm having a little, but I would love one. I love dogs. Certain kinds. There's certain ones I wouldn't go for, but um, I would like a real lovable, pretty dog, you know? Yeah, we'll see. Time will tell. I may still get one anyway and work something out. Yeah. So that's where we're at. But I'm going to be working on my jewelry, so I thought I'd share my tea, talk with you a little bit, because, you know, this is creative time with Maureen Sky. But I do want my viewers to know that much of why I started this too was not just to always be, you know, hands-on with the project, which is, I love that. That's what I want to do. But I also want to talk with you. So if you're a viewer who is just looking to learn something and you don't want to listen to just somebody tell an old story or talk about what happened yesterday or, you know, their wishes or their woes, then that's fine. Just move on, because I am going to talk. I like that. I need that. I think a lot of us do with this COVID. You know, and I'm just going to talk about fun stuff. It would never be political, or no, I'm not that person. I'm just going to talk to you like you're sitting with your neighbor having coffee and just chit-chatting about the grass or something, you know. So, just so you know, I do like to converse in my videos as well. So, and be real. I want to be real with you. I just want to be me. I don't want to be fake, phony. What you see is what you get, you know. And I took you into my living room the other day, and I'll be showing you more of our area as we go, you know. And I do like things nice. We both do, and we strive to make things really nice around here. And I enjoy that. I enjoy beauty, and I enjoy nature, and yeah. So I like to cook one of these days. But like I said, one of these days we're gonna go thrifting. We're in my favorite stores. We'll do that on video. And again, more of my gardening as I get going, and we'll be doing a lot of that. And I can make up pretty flower bouquets this summer and if things grow. And just, you know, lots to do, lots of fun things we can do. So, and cooking, you know, if I have a peach tree out there, and if the peaches do well this year, there'll be those things that I do. There's 2 Asian pear trees out there. They didn't do anything last year. I'm hoping that they will this year. You know, it depends on the year, the weather, the climate, what happens, the storms and the hurricanes and the rain and the this and the that. The climate dictates what you're going to get, obviously. So I'm hoping for a good season with all that. It's fun. The Asian pears are delicious, and I do have a recipe for Asian pear cake, I believe. Sweet. It ends up sweet, and I got to be careful. My sugars are up, and I have to test test a little more now. And I just talked with my doctor's office this week, so that's a focus of mine. And again, another reason why I want to grow a lot of salad greens and all that stuff. So that's my goal. So anyway, take a sip of tea. I'm going to work on a little piece of jewelry with you, okay? I got my husband to drill me a couple of round pieces. I made hearts, and I'll show you those. those aren't drilled, those are shaped on my grinder, the hearts, and they're a little different. I kind of take the piece, the dish piece, and that's nice and smooth. Yeah, it is. And I'm going to take a little bit of flux and a little bit of solder just to close up that jump ring, so that if my customer is wearing that, I can rest assured that she's not going to write me saying it came undone. Right. Okay. So, I don't know why that... Oh, no. Darn it, I didn't want that. Oh, I gotta open it up. I don't know why it's like that. Alright, I gotta open it up just slightly because I realized what I did. Ah, too bad. It's nice and together nicely. Alright, let's see if I can just get it off of there. There. Alright, bring it back. This is where too much handling of them damages them. I don't like doing that. Not bad. Good evening, everyone. It's late. I'm up late, working in my back room, as usual. But I wanted to just come to you to finish up a little bit of what I've been doing all week. Painting signs, working on jewelry orders. Had my birthday. That was Wednesday. It was kind of a quiet day. Very humbling and quiet. I got a lot of happy well wishes from friends and family, and it was very nice. And my granddaughter, Kennedy, her birthday was Friday. So, yesterday, but so Sunday, we're all getting together to have a little gathering and celebration, and I look forward to that. That'll be fun. I didn't make a cake. I made a little cheesecake, so that'll be nice. And we're going to order food from a nearby restaurant. That'll be something different, kind of a little more high-end and a little pricey, but it's worth it on your birthdays to do something different. And they deliver. They'll deliver to the house, so I'm kind of looking forward to that. So that'll be fun. And I was busy wrapping up a few things for Kennedy, and we're doing a little piñata, going to hang it outside and let her have fun. Even though there's no other kids, she can still pull the strings and play and have fun with that. So anyway, I did want to just let you know, as a finish up of all my culmination of clips that will make one video, hopefully, is that I didn't thank you all in my last taping, and I want to make sure I do that I'm thanking my viewers. I look forward to many more videos this year, 2021. I hope that you're all healthy. I haven't gotten my vaccine yet, or my husband, but we're hoping that that comes about in the not too distant future. And I know they're working hard at it, so let's hope it happens. Excuse me, it's late, so I'm yawning a little bit. I gotta close it down, but I wanted to just make sure, if you like my videos, you share them, think about, liking them, hit the bell, whatever they tell you to do. It would be nice to get more followers and more viewers this year, and that's my goal. I have lots of projects that I want to do as the spring and summer breaks and we get into the good weather. Right now it's winter, and we're due for some more snow, evidently. So, anyway, I have a piece of wood here. that I just painted in a cream paint. And this is, again, another one of those thick pieces my husband had hanging around in the barn. And so I'm painting it cream, and I want to do one of those signs that I do, and I'm going to put on it in big letters, shop local. I'm going to do another one of those. So that's my plan for that. But I did want to show you a little watercolor. I like to paint with acrylics. I like to paint in watercolor too. And this is me liking somebody else's work, and something that was recently posted a few days back, this past week, on Facebook, or one of those groups that I'm on. And I liked it so much. It was a watercolor that I thought, I'm going to try doing that myself. Now, I have to say, I'm not here to necessarily copy somebody's work. I'm not going to be selling them. I'm not going to be making prints and trying to resell them. No, this is just for me. And I just liked the colors in it so much that I wanted to try to do it. So what I did was I brought my computer close to me and I zoomed the picture, made it bigger, took some tracing paper and traced what I could of the image. And then I busted out my good watercolors, and these are my better. These are quality watercolors, and I really like these. So I did that and busted them open, and I started sketching and painting away. And this is what I came up with. It was the pig that this woman had done, and I just loved it. So I think I did a pretty good job with it. I'm loving it. So this is going to go in a frame. I'll cut all this edging off. And this is going to go in a nice frame for me. And I love farmhouse animals. I love pigs and cows and sheep. I've got a watercolor over there I've got to finish that I did months and months and months ago of some little lambs. So I've got to finish those. But I do like the farmhouse animals. For some reason, I'm kind of drawn to them. So I had fun with her. She's in purples, and gotta give her a name. But she's my watercolor pig. I like her. So anyway, I'm getting tired, and not totally from scratch. They would buy the frozen dough all made up. I remember that. And then cans of sauce and stuff. So it was stuff that was pre-made, but they tasted pretty good in the end. And their secret was a couple of different cheeses, and they would make little hamburger sandwiches too, I remember. And they sold lots of pitchers of beer, and then they had the bar where they would sell, mixed drinks, and they had the regulars that would come in, the guys that worked in apple orchards and stuff up there, because there's a lot of orchards and stuff up there, apple orchard. And so in the earlier years, they had a fire at the duck pond in the old building. So, after they went through all that and got the insurance, they built a new building. So we lived there through that time of the fire in the second building. So in the first building, the older building, they didn't have any security alarm system going on, and they had the old pinball machines and the pool table where you would put coins in to play pool, and the old other one where you'd roll a disc like a hockey puck and that kind of game. So they had several games there, and there was always the cigarette machine that you pulled on. So all those things had money, coins inside. So lo and behold, we kept getting broken into. Somebody was coming down probably from the back apple orchards, hiding out at night, and they'd come in and break through and get to the machines and get the money out. And then, my father or mother would go over the next morning and find out we'd been broken into again. And this happened several times within a short span of time. So my father got really annoyed with the idea of that kept happening, and the damage and the loss and this and that. So he was friends with a guy who was an electrician who lived nearby, not far from there. And they hooked up and they devised a system where he put a system in the cellar of our home. It was a new home being built on the property too. A lot going on. So the wire, I believe, went underground, and anyway, it went into the cellar and under the bedroom where I slept with my sister, who was a year older. The girls had a bedroom, and then I have two brothers, and they had a bedroom, and then my parents had a bedroom, and they were all close by. Okay. Well, after they installed that alarm system, I'll never forget one night sleeping, and my sister and I shared a double bed, so we're sleeping, and all of a sudden, and it sounded just like an ambulance or a police siren going right under your feet. I mean, because the head source of it was under our bedroom. Oh my God, if that didn't wake you up, I don't know what was gonna. And we jumped out of bed, and my parents and got on the phone and let the police know they're there again. This is the duck pond, and they're there again. Well, sure enough, they did. There was two fellas that were involved in breaking in, and one was the one that kept doing it. He had been doing it and getting away with it, so he thought, this is easy peasy. And he brought in a new guy, and this young kid had never done this type of thing before, and he was the one that lingered behind, cowered down, and they found him behind the old swinging restaurant kitchen doors. He was hiding behind there, so the police found him, and he gave up the story of the truth about, the other kid's name, what they were doing, and how it came about. And so what they did was they closed the trail down in Greenfield coming up, so traffic couldn't come up, and any traffic going down, and they were able to catch the guy. I guess he had taken my sister's bike from outside and pedaled all the way down the trail, and so they were stopping anyone, and so that's how they caught him. But the guy in the kitchen there, he had never done that before, so I don't know if he just got a little probation or what, but the other guy, got put away for I don't know how long, but anyway, that's the story of that. And that was pretty. I remember being up late, and there was a cemetery nearby, and my parents had wandered out over the cemetery looking around and doing their own police work, I guess, trying to see if we could find, anybody. And so those were kind of interesting days being a kid, and I also have other memories, but we'll share them for another video. But this has been kind of fun, and I do have some creative stuff I gotta do, and I'll be getting back to that this afternoon after supper. But for now, I wanted to get outside and do a video this way. This is creative time as well. Just being out in a very creative spot, is it not? And I mean, who do you know that has a bottle area? Not too many people, right? Maybe some. And kudos, because I love it, and I welcome anybody to do the same. It wasn't all that difficult, and a lot of fun, and we loved it. And it's fun collecting the bottles, and I'm just loving it. They're like jewelry to me. Just beautiful, beautiful backdrop to a creative space that gives you high energy, and I'm all for that. All for it. I needed this today. I needed to get out here and feel alive. This COVID and being inside, and winter in New England, and feeling locked in and not seeing your friends as often, and being able to converse and get close with family. It's difficult. I found myself getting slightly down, and you have to find ways and things to do that keep you uplifted. And this is one, getting out here and, you know, just being out in my creative space and out with nature, and, you know, gives me hope. So anyway, I hope that you're all doing well. Thank you for spending your time with me. I totally appreciate it. I appreciate all of you. And until the next time, I hope you are all happy and walking with joy in your hearts. Thank you now. Bye-bye.